Hi, everybody. It's Michelle. We are live. How are you tonight? Happy Wednesday night. We are coming to you with a live training for Facebook marketing strategies. I'm really excited that you're here. And I know that it's a pretty busy night for a lot of people. It's back to school week and it's Wednesday night. And there's a lot of people that are busy doing other things. But what I do on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is we do social media trainings for free. And so this is something that I just started doing, and there's a lot of knowledge that I want to impart on you. I do a lot of training, I do a lot of learning, and then what I do is I share that knowledge. And as a result, my social media presence has grown tremendously just in the last few months, and I'm going to share with you some strategies that have been working for me. And so my goal is to take your business to the next level. Today, we're going to be doing that by sharing some strategies to increase your online social presence, okay? There's other things that we do trainings on. We do trainings on email marketing. We do trainings on mindset trainings. We do other trainings on other social media sites, but tonight we're going to focus on some Facebook strategies, and I'm just really excited to go over those with you because this is stuff that I actually just started implementing as well, and have seen results. So really excited to share that with you. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, my name is Michelle Grigsby. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, and I have been doing internet marketing 3 years plus, but I've been doing it full time for a little bit over a year now. And I've aligned myself with different internet marketing training companies. I've been a leader in those companies and been able to instill a lot of knowledge to other people. And as a result, I've attracted some amazingly wonderful people into my life. And I've been reaping the success from that. And the goal, though, what I want to do tonight is I don't want to try to recruit you into any company. Guys, this is strictly for anybody that wants to learn how to build their network marketing, affiliate marketing, any kind of internet marketing. I want to show you some strategies. And I am not here to try to recruit you. In fact, if you have some knowledge and you want to jump on this panel with me, you are more than welcome. We can have up to 10 people, but I do want to I want to let you know that if you do have some knowledge of Google Plus or Instagram or more Facebook, any kind of strategies that you know, no matter how simple it is, it could be huge to somebody. And if you have any knowledge, please get in contact with me or the person that sent you to this training, and we will get you set up with more information on how you can get on the panel with us. We welcome people from all different companies because what we want to do, what my goal is to help share the knowledge with other people that need help, basically. And, you know, unfortunately, about 97% of people are not succeeding online because they're not even doing the basics, okay? And that's why we do mindset trainings on Mondays, is because, you know, you really need to know what your why is. You need to be able to pummel through any setbacks that you are going to have, because as you're learning this, you're going to probably feel overwhelmed every once in a while. And so mindset is very important. You need to know what your why is, and then you also need to set up a daily action plan, because guys, if you're watching this, let me tell you, this is a business. This is not a hobby, and you need to treat it like a business. This is something that I do full time, so I take it very serious. And so I truly believe, though, that by providing this value, what it does is it allows me to connect with some amazing like-minded people, because if you're taking action and you're utilizing these methods, you're going to start seeing success, and you're going to be coming back to me. And that is what's going to be so amazing, is when you come back to the person that showed you this method and explain to them how it's working, and it's very fulfilling. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you some really cool strategies. Some of these you might already know about, but some other ones, you know, maybe you don't. And so I'm going to share with you some strategies. Now, guys, the very first thing I want to explain to you is if you have an online business, you need to have a fan page if you're using Facebook. I promote most of these trainings on Facebook, so if you're watching this, you're more than likely either friends with me on Facebook or you're on my email list. but more than likely you have a Facebook account. And I don't know if you knew this, but the terms and conditions in Facebook actually explicitly states that a personal profile is not meant for business. And I want to talk to you about how to effectively kind of marry the two, because you want to have a fan page and you also want to utilize your profile to obviously also show that you're a business professional in whatever your niche is, whatever your business is. So I'm going to go over that with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And then also I'm going to go to my, a lot of you went to onlinewithmichelle.com/training. So let me go to that real quick. And I'm going to look to make sure that there's no comments or questions right now, and you cannot see my screen, please let me know. And I'm just going to scroll down at the bottom and just check my comments. Make sure, oh, I better to obviously also show that you're, okay, let me mute that. Okay. All right, so far there's no new comments, so great. And well, since I'm here, let me go ahead and show this to you. One of the strategies, guys, that you can use to build your presence online is, first of all, if you do not have a fan page, please get in contact with the person that sent you to this training, because there is a tutorial on how to create a fan page and to do it the correct way. There's certain things that you should not be doing beforehand. There's certain things that you should, and we give you lots of strategies on how to increase engagement using your fan page. But one way that I've been able to get a humongous amount of new fans is by using a free app called 22 Social. And if you go to onlinewithmichelle.com/free training, or if somebody else sent you a link that links to their fan page, then what you're doing is you're seeing it via 22 Social app. Now, I did upgrade to the Pro version, because with the Pro version you can actually also incorporate a capture page. Now, I'm not utilizing that yet, but what that is that will enable you to utilize a capture page. People will have to opt in before they can actually watch your training. And I'm at the point where I'm going to be doing that, because I know a lot of my trainings are really high value, and so I might end up doing that, but right now I'm just still testing it out. But one of the cool things about this is you can put what's called a like gate on this, and what that means is that they have to actually like your fan page before they can get access to your trainings. And if many of you are watching from a Facebook resource, you know, if you're on Facebook watching this, then chances are that if you were not already a fan of whoever sent you to that training, you were asked to like their page first. So that is a feature, though, that's going to be going away in November that Facebook has done away with. So in the meantime, I'm really taking advantage of that. And another cool thing, guys, is you know, if you are watching a training and they're using 22 Social, what's cool about this, guys, is, you know, not only does it get you new fans, but they can share it on social media. So check it out. We've had 32 shares on our training so far just from my fan page, which is just really cool. And then here's the training, and then you can put a title, okay? And all you do is you just click here, click on content, style, the main content, the layout, and it's really, really simple. I just created my own color I wanted, the design, if you can see the design on there, you just basically put a title, okay, with a subtitle, and then what you do is you just put the link to the actual YouTube Hangout, and that's all I did. And then this stuff right here is just pretty much generic. I leave that the way it is. And then what's really cool, guys, is whenever you utilize 22 Social, what's really cool is you can ask your prospects to do a call to action, which is click the green button to learn more about you, to learn more about your trainings, so on and so forth. So if you click this button, it's actually going to take you to my blog, and if you look at it, and this is another strategy, is as soon as you click on it, the first thing you're going to see is you're going to see a capture page, and my eyes are kind of leading you to my capture page. And so obviously I want you to opt into my list, okay? I get a lot of opt-ins by utilizing this, guys, and it works. So, but you can add all these different, you can add different stuff here. But this is an awesome, awesome, awesome tool. And I believe that you can actually, there you go, right down here at the bottom, if you do not have 22 Social app, go ahead and you can have one free tab where you can utilize this feature. All you do is click Try 22 Social. Now, if you have upgraded to the Pro, then if anybody clicks that button and they decide to upgrade as well, then you will get a commission for that. So you will be an affiliate, which is pretty cool. So it's an awesome, I love this tool because it has gotten me so many fans, and it just looks good, it's professional, and it also has a call to action button right on there. And this is also a great feature if you, you know, you might use your blog or, you know, a website to embed your Hangouts, right? But then everybody else on your team would have to do the same thing. What's really cool about this is they can literally just go in, get a free app, clone it. Okay, they can clone it and have the same thing you've got, so that you've got duplicity. All right, so that is a strategy that I am sharing with you that I don't think I went over last week. Now, last week I did talk about some really cool strategies utilizing Facebook groups to find new fans and to find new friends that are like-minded. I also talked about commenting on high-profile pages, but I do want to share a strategy really quickly that one of my team members shared with me, and this was really cool. Let me find it. Okay. All right. Let me find it. What she did, guys, is she actually, sorry, she actually, there it is. Check this out. What she did is she actually did a post on Facebook, okay? So this is just a basic post. And what she did is she did 10 shout-outs to people that she respected in the entrepreneur space, okay? So she did a shout-out to Eric Worre. She did a shout-out to me, which was awesome. She did a shout-out to Danny Johnson. She did not hesitate to reach out to some big people, okay? Val Smith, Zig Ziglar, Todd Falcone, my goodness. That's pretty awesome that she put me in the list of these amazing people. But check this out. Ray Higdon responded. I responded. Danny Johnson responded. Val Smith responded. These are high-profile people, guys. That is really, really cool. And then if you also see, she was engaging with them. So, you know, every once in a while, do something like that. Do something where you tag these people, and you might just be surprised. And that will be a great way for you to also connect with some like-minded people as well. Because when people see posts like that, they're going to be pretty impressed. At least I was. So, all right, another strategy, guys, that is a really cool strategy. First of all, I need to make sure I show you this. You need to make sure you have a fan page, okay? And what you do on your regular pages, guys, is, you know, there's ways that you can use your personal profile to supplement and enhance your professional presence on Facebook, but you want to be careful not to go against Facebook's terms of services, you know, which state, you know, like I said earlier, you really got to be careful about your personal profile being intended primarily for individual non-commercial use, but using the two together for optimal results and interaction is ideal. So what I do on my personal is I have my why. If you click on it, it says right there, my why. Then I have a link to my blog, okay? Strategy. Now I use a professional picture where I'm smiling. Statistics say that people respond obviously more to people that smile. And if you click on that, what I do, guys, is I actually utilize, I'm going to get out of that for now. I utilize the same picture and I just change it up, okay? So here I was over the 4th of July. Here I was for St. Patrick's Day. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm branding the same picture All right. There's a different one. All right, but as you can see, I started branding the same picture based on the seasons. All right. Now, if you guys want some more information, I do have a training on what I used to actually do this. Okay. So it's a really cool app that I use. But yeah, I mean, you know, just take a basic profile photo that's professional with a smile, and then just change it up. Okay. So that is one thing that you can do is, you know, make sure that you're a professional, you have a professional photo, you know, with just a touch of personality. So, you know, I got a lot of response. I got a lot of comments on that, which was awesome, okay? Another thing that you want to do, guys, that's really, really big is you want to make sure that you activate your follow button. I mean, I've got, you know, 2,700 friends, and even though I haven't filled up my friend list yet, I'm being followed by, you know, my gosh, almost 800 people. That's really cool. And all you do, guys, is to do that, you need to make sure you activate your follow button if you have an online business, if you're trying to build a brand online, okay? So what you need to do is you just need to go to your account settings. So where is that? Where are the account settings? All right, account settings. You go to account settings. Let's see. Timeline tagging. Vacations. Here it is. Followers. So you go to account settings. Okay. So just by clicking on this little lock thingy, and then you just go to followers. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you activate who can follow me. Everybody. All right. That's an awesome feature, you guys. So that way people they can follow you. And what happens is if they follow you, they will get notifications that, you know, every time you post something, which is really cool. Okay. And you can take it a step further. And I've already mentioned this before in a training, but, you know, let me go to one of my team members. All right, Laura McCarthy is one of my team members, okay? Now, I have her actually set up to get notifications, and I set her up as a close friend. What that means is that every time she posts something, I get notified up here. And that's really powerful because then it allows me to immediately comment on her stuff so that, you know, she's getting some syndication. Now, another strategy I shared with you, I think it was last week, is also make sure that you are getting notifications on high-profile people like Danny Johnson or anybody that's in your niche. So if you're into anti-aging, you know, maybe in the U.S., maybe Suzanne Summers would be a good person, because what you want to do is you want to be able to know when they post something so that you can like it and you can leave a comment, which is going to attract people to you. Okay. Now, when you leave a comment, this is something that's really, really important, is you want to be careful not to just leave goofy one-liner comments, okay? That's cool, or way to go, or that's awesome. You want to leave a thoughtful, value-driven comment that will attract people to you, okay? And it works, guys. I've gotten messages from people every week that say, I noticed your comment on blah, 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 and, you know, they want to friend me. Those are the kind of people that I want to connect with, okay? All right, something else is really, really important, and I know that people on my team have heard this a million times, but I really can't harp on this enough, is you want to make sure you link your fan page to your personal profile. I have gotten so many likes from people that have either followed me or friend requested me that maybe I haven't accepted them as a friend yet. For whatever reason, and they go ahead over here because this is prime real estate, and when they hover over it, they can just go ahead and like my page immediately. And when you look at my fan page, it's obviously much more business related, okay? So you want to make sure that you link your fan page with your profile, and it's in the currently working section. If you do not know how to do that, please get in contact with the person that sent you this training. We will get you a link to that training because it's really powerful. Okie doke. Another thing is, you know, another really powerful strategy is to join niche groups, okay, like social media groups or network marketing groups. Now, a lot of them are spammy, but it really depends on what your niche is. All right, I'm in the internet marketing niche, so there's a lot of people that are spamming links. But you know, that is something though that is powerful if it's used correctly. I'm utilizing my own my free internet marketing trainings group where I do not allow people to spam in my group, and it allows me to share quality content to people that I know are prospects. I know they're going to get it because they're in my group, and those are really targeted leads for me. Another thing you can do is you can actually segment your lists so that if somebody, when you get a new friend, you can actually add them to a list, and all you do is, like, for instance, like, let me go back to Laura McCarthy since she's right here. So here's Laura, and I might have her, actually I don't have her on a list because she's one of my close friends. But what you can do is you can actually create a list, and you can then, from that list, you can then only post comments or post things on your profile that will only go to that list. But what's really cool about that is you can literally segment, so you can, you know, post to everybody except certain lists if that's how you want to do it. So if you've got friends, you know, like friends from high school that you don't really want them to see all your business posts, or I don't want to say business posts because you don't want to be spamming, okay? That's really, really important. But if you want to, you know, be talking about your business a little bit, you know, where you're giving social proof or edification to a team member, then, you know, and you don't want all of your close friends to see it for whatever reason, maybe you just don't want to inundate them with your business because you've already talked to them about it, I don't know. But you can do that. You can separate that. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a nugget that is really, really awesome. And so I hope you're taking notes. If not, then you should be able to get access to the replay for a little bit, for a little limited time. This is a really, really powerful strategy, guys, that I actually shared. And I posted this at a time that I don't think very many people saw it. And so I'm gonna go over this again because this was really powerful. Let me find it. This was a Facebook marketing strategy. All right, and I'm going to be going over this list, okay? This is really, really powerful, so let me open that in a new. All right. By the way I just opened that is I hit the control button, or you can just right-click and click open in a new tab, and it opens in a new tab, just FYI. And then one before that, okay, this was really cool, guys. Now, what I did is I used the strategy that is really powerful. Okay, now I did get this from Kim Garst, who is an amazing social media leader. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Google, okay? And all I did was finding your why. Now, what you do, guys, is put quotes around it, and what that will do is it will pull things that were posted online, that exact quote, okay? But what I also want to do is I also want to find people that have the Facebook social plugin, and what that's going to do is that is going to actually pull, most of them are going to be blogs that have the Facebook social plugin, and then I also put 2014 because I want the most recent ones, okay? So what I did was I put in quotes, finding your why, plus, and then I put in quotes, Facebook social plugin 2014. Now what I'm doing is I want to find blogs that have a post about this, okay? So I'm going to hit enter. And what this is going to do, guys, is it is going to allow you to, now if it's in purple, that means I've already clicked on it. And I'm going to show you what I did. So I'm going to, I don't know if I actually did it on this one. Let me open that in a new tab. And more than likely, what these are going to do, let me show you. Okay, here's a blog, and I don't, there it is. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, now it doesn't actually show the plugin on the side. Okay, but guys, I want to show you something that's really powerful. Usually when they have that plugin, a lot of them allow their comments to be made utilizing the same plugin, right? So what you're doing is you're using Facebook. Now, if you don't want all of your friends to see you posting these, you can uncheck mark that, all right, where it says also post on Facebook. But what I did is I left a pretty good comment. Okay, so this was an article about finding your why. Okay, and so then check this out. I wrote, "Oh, love this. I just watched a powerful video from Tony Robbins about putting yourself in the mindset of being obsessive about your why. So when it gets tough, you will pummel through any challenges that you will face." Anybody that is just saying, "Well, I'll try this out," isn't going to work out because they're giving themselves the excuse to fail before they even started. Burn your shifts and never look back. Just keep being awesome. Cheers. Now, let me show you something that's really powerful. Anybody that sees this, because this pulled up on the first page of Google. Okay, look at that, guys. They can actually hover over that where it has a call to action. Please like my fan page, and then they can actually click on that, and it will open up on my fan page, and then they can like it. Okay, I have gotten, you guys, over 100 new likes just in the last few days from utilizing the 22 social and by utilizing this feature. How powerful is that? And let me tell you, the reason why it's really cool, even though we don't get a lot of engagement on our fan pages because Facebook wants you to pay basically for advertising, every once in a while I have no problem paying $5 and just sponsoring a post that invites somebody to a special that I'm having. Or, I mean, you can utilize, if you got, if you build up to 5,000 fans, spending $5 to, sponsor a post that will drive, your fans either to a capture page or to your website, and then they end up purchasing from you, trust me, is huge. And it also will remind them to look at your stuff. And there's some other strategies that I've already talked about where you want to ask your fans to also make sure that they specify they get notifications from you, which you can do, the get notifications part. So I get notifications on certain high profile fan pages because I love the content that they're posting. So if you're posting good content, they're going to want your notifications. Just ask them to do that. And more than likely, a lot of them will, because I've got a lot of people that are immediately responding to some of my posts from my fan page, which is pretty cool. But guys, this is extremely powerful, okay? Because what this is really branding myself, okay? I mean, this shows that I have 788 followers. So somebody watching this will be like, "Oh, wow, okay, let's see. What does she look, let's learn a little bit more about her," and they could open this up and learn about me, which is just really, really powerful. Let me show you another one that I did. And what's really cool is, let me do another one. I pretty much, since I'm not posting these all over, like on my wall, I did actually do a lot of the same, comment, because I wasn't also posting on my wall, okay? But once again, I've got the same thing where I've got a link to my fan page, okay? So what you want to do, guys, is you want to, find something that's niche specific first of all, okay? Make sure it's niche specific. And then what you want to do is you want to, you have to be logged in as your personal profile for this to work, but you want to add value, okay? You don't want to, you want to leave something that's intriguing, adding value. And what's really cool about this is if you do this on a consistent basis, you very possibly could become credible to the bloggers. So, what can happen is if you find yourself going to the same blog and leaving comments that's of high value like that, it's very likely that if that blog is a high-profile blog, how cool would it be if that blogger really started to appreciate your value and asked you to be a guest blogger or put a link to your blog or to you? That is very, very powerful. Just make sure you're not spamming, no one-liners, and be really careful about spamming, because if you're spamming your link, they can mark that as spam. So be very careful about that, okay? So let me go through my checklist here. One of the things that I shared is learn a new tip. I've already shared with you several new tips that you could easily take one of those tips I've shared with you and do a tutorial on it, and it would be providing a lot of high value, okay? So what you can do with that is you can create a quick blog post about it. Now, I do blog posts because that is a great way to drive people to my blog, which will then get them on my list, okay? But then what you can do, whether you do a blog post or not, you want to make sure you share it on all your social media sites, the big ones, okay? Pinterest, believe it or not, by utilizing a captivating image. LinkedIn, of course, Facebook. I also do Instagram because I do like to use the hashtags, and Twitter, okay? Those are the big ones. And then I'm going to go over the niche one, leave 10 comments on a niche specific blog using the Facebook comments. I just showed you how to do that, okay? Another one is go to a forum and leave comments on 5 threads. Okay, guys, I wish I had my team with me on this because I know you'd be totally cracking up what I'm about to share with you. But for me, you want to find a niche specific forum. For me and for anybody else that's in internet marketing or online marketing, a really, really powerful forum is Warrior Forum, okay? Warrior Forum, guys, I get probably 20 to 30 visitors a day to my blog from people in Warrior Forum. Now, I'm going to probably reveal to you, a lot of you might not agree with this, but I'm going to show you probably one of the reasons why. There's my image. Okay, now what I do, guys, is I do have an image that piques people's interest, and you know what? In this industry, most of the people in this industry that are on this forum are males, okay? And I do have an image that I'm utilizing, but check this out. This is where it's powerful, guys, is you can put on a forum is you have to go through a few steps sometimes to be able to join a forum. You have to join a forum, and then you have to actually register. And what's cool about it, though, is what you do is you set up what's called a what's the word? A sign off or a signature. And so all it is here, guys, is I just have my name and a link to it says my blog. That is it. Okay, so if you click on that, guess where it goes to? Right there in front of you, right on the top fold, is my capture page. Okay, now this works, guys. Okay, I'm just going to tell you it works. Now, you know, some people might be like, is that really her? Does that look like her? Well, you know, close enough. But I do utilize that picture. It works. And the thing is, though, guys, is whenever I leave comments, I actually leave well thought out comments. And it actually, you know, I don't know if it's because they associate the picture with that intrigues them, but I do leave some really intriguing comments. And, you know, I get a lot of clicks to my website, and I get a lot of opt-ins from this, guys. So, you know, leave it as you will, but that is a strategy. Now, what I recommend that you do is find a forum like this, and, you know, on a daily basis, go to a forum and leave a comment on 5 threads. Guys, this works, okay? And then, of course, if you have a list, which you should have a list if you have an online business, is you want to email your list, okay? Now, these are just a few strategies that I'm sharing with you tonight. There's a few more that I can share with you next week. Actually, we have a whole bunch more that we can share with you, but those are the biggest things that I want to share with you guys. These right here, if you just do these, is very powerful, okay? So besides this checklist here, I went over with you several other things that you could be doing in regards to your personal profile and your fan page, okay? 22 social is a big one, okay? Huge. And then, of course, linking your fan page to your personal profile is huge. If you do not know how to create a fan page, once again, be sure to get with me or the person that sent you this training, and we will get you the link that will show you how to create a fan page. But it's very, very important that you do. And personally, for me, I have 2 fan pages that I utilize. One is to brand myself, and my online marketing. Okay, that's my main one, the one that you guys see a lot. I also have another one that's an anti-aging fan page, because my primary company is an anti-aging network marketing company where I'm providing anti-aging tips and tricks, and I'm mostly using Facebook ads to find targeted leads for that, because my target market is generally women my age and older, and not necessarily network marketers. I also am targeting women that want to use my product. So I have two different niches that I work with. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to get with me or the person that sent you this training. And once again, don't forget, if you have any tips that you know about, please get with me or get with the person sent you this training. I do have some other cool tips that I'll share with you next week that is really, really powerful, but I don't want to inundate you with too much stuff. And hopefully next week I'm going to have more people on my training. I know I will, because school will be in session and so on and so forth. So I hope you're able to see my screen. Anyway, I just want you guys to know that you were meant for greatness. I hope you got something of value. And guess what, guys? If you want more information about what I do, if you want to get access to some free training, there's a little green button right below this video. Be sure to click on that link, and guess where it will take you. I bet you can guess where it will go. Anyway, I just want you to know you are meant for greatness, and we will see you on our next training. Ciao, guys.